For the next question, I'm going to call on Brad Sabaltzer. Brad, are you here? Thanks. And there's a mic right up here at the podium.
Just have to turn it on. You can leave those on, by the way. You don't have to turn them off. If you're outside.
Make sure I remember what I had written down. And we've already touched on the subject, but as I wrote, twice in the past year we have voted down the town planner budget. Many of us, including the Historic Preservation Commission, see the value of having a town planner. What are your feelings as to the need to spend money to restore this position? So we'll let the others continue with their thoughts.
So how I feel about it?
Yes.
Okay. This would be good to have a town planner.
Yes, do you want to hear the question again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Twice in the past year, we have voted down the town planner budget. Many of us, it's not me, but Wiscasset residents, including the Historic Preservation Commission, see the value of having a town planner. What are your feelings as to the need to spend money to restore this position?
Help our town having one, and it's obviously needed. Can you come back to me?
Sure. Mr. Rines?
The town planner is an interesting thing. We did turn it down twice last year. It's come on and off over the years. It has been a bone of contention for a long time. I personally think that if we have the right town manager, with the town that we have and the crew we have in the town office, the manager should be able to handle most of the things that the town planner does for a town this size. That's how I feel on that issue.
Mrs. Anderson?
So, yeah, economic development officer, what David said, I love that. And I think that perhaps if it was presented to the townspeople in that way, people might be able to get behind it. I think that there has been a lot of movement in the community to eliminate the planner. People just didn't decide to do that. There was a campaign, we have to get rid of the planner, it's costing us money. I think the planning budget was, I don't remember, it was like $60,000, $70,000. That's a drop in the bucket. On the mill rate, I don't want to tell you how much that would be on your mill rate, but I'm going to say less than $2. I mean, this is nothing. This is a really low amount. I wish I had that figure for you.
I believe him it was 74,000.
Okay. So, but that's a small amount of money, in my opinion, to put towards something that could create a lot of revenue. So if you had someone who did economic development and looked more at many different economic streams, not only bringing in businesses, but also finding grant monies, finding different types of incentives for businesses that exist here already. We have a golden opportunity with Peregrine Technologies. For whatever reason, David Stapp loves the Mason Station. He's the founder of Peregrine. He's an inventor and a genius, and he loves Wiscasset. And every time he drives over that bridge, he looks at the Mason Station and wishes he could move in there. If there was a person who could facilitate that happening, there's an opportunity that he could get a large contract with the Department of Defense to build his amazing new turbine engine that would enable a drone to fly across the Atlantic Ocean and back on one tank of fuel. I hardly know what any of that means, but I'm impressed, and I feel like we could get an expert, who could do economic development to pull these things together. Again, I want to reiterate, Wiscasset has everything we need. We just have to connect the dots.
Excuse me. With all due respect to the two times that the town did vote down the town planner budget this year, I do think we need not so much a town planner, but as I said, a town economic development officer. I think that what needs to be done is there needs to be some outreach and an educational effort undertaken by either the select board or the town officers here to explain just what it is that a town planner or economic development officer does and brings to the town. I think a lot of people, I know that I've lived in a number of towns, and when I moved here, I had no idea what the town planner did. I said, what, are you planning new streets or something? It was very confusing to me. It took a while to figure it out. I strongly suspect that a large number of people in town, if they truly understood what the role of, for lack of a better term, the town planner, his role in the town in terms of bringing in new business, seeking out grants, the EPA grant, for an example, thank you, and helping, basically helping businesses move and grow and thrive here is a large part of the town planner / economic development officer's jurisdiction. I suspect that they would vote back in a relatively small $70,000, $75,000 budget for the future benefits that it can bring. If I recall correctly, and Ben and Judy can correct me, I believe in April, his last year here, pretty much between bringing in new businesses and finding grants for the town, came close to covering his salary for the year in terms of the income that he brought into the town. I may be wrong about that, but thank you.
Everybody here knows what I feel about it, how I feel about the town planner, economic developer, however you want to word it. In the last year that we have not had a town planner, I think in some respects, the town has suffered. As I mentioned before, we have three boards that rely heavily on the town planner. And now you have either the town manager or her assistant picking up the slack. And so they're not always there. You have a code enforcement officer who's here 20 hours a week. It cannot be done this way. When Ben was here, and I'll give you the correct number, he brought $600,000 worth of revenue into this town. People didn't understand what he does. He did, and I think this is what we need. We need economic development. It's going to help our tax base, just like I said before. Getting families in here, as much as you want more families, it's not going to help us as much as the businesses. That's where we need the Board of Selectmen have got to try and do everything they can to help the businesses of this town.
Jennifer, did you want to add to your response?
I do think we need a town planner to do all the research for the things that we do need in this town. And, the grants, I did talk to the fire station, and we do need a new fire truck, so having someone there to grants, that would be helpful. And also the EMS, I know they're a new vehicle, so having a town planner to do that kind of work for our town would benefit.
Thank you.
Do we have any follow-up on that?
I'm sorry, did you want to
Well,
add something?
I'd like to know the $600,000. I'm not aware that the planner brought in $600,000.
I think those were grant monies. They're not just 600, there's different grant monies, if I'm not mistaken, that you brought in.
Well, that's a lot of money, and I'm just not aware of it.
I think it's been discussed before, it's like this meeting.
Incorrectly.
I'm not sure.
Am I allowed to call a point of order?
Yeah.
We have an hour and a half and a lot of questions to get through. I'm sorry, Dan.
Well, I'm sorry, I asked him, he said I could add. I was just curious.
I did. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback on the microphone. I think everyone can hear me all right, right? Okay, so I'll skip the microphone. So we'll just have one response each going forward. So that's my fault not holding to that. So the next question will go to you, Mr. Rines, first.